In this video, I'm going to show you how world's most successful multi-million-dollar businesses are out-earning you and the competition by doing just one thing right in their marketing and sales strategy. In fact, I'm also going to show you why world's biggest gurus on the internet are wrong about advising you to generate more leads, and how actually if you have an up and running business, an active business, how keeping to focus on generating more leads can be absolutely detrimental to your business, because you need to shift your attention to something else, and that something else I'm going to talk about in this video. Because if you take all the content, advice, and tips I'm going to talk about, it's really a concept that I'm going to talk about in this video, and you implement it in your marketing, advertising, and sales strategy, tomorrow I absolutely guarantee you that you're going to double, maybe even triple, or even quadruple your profits without spending any extra marketing budget. And it's quite simple to do, not so easy to implement, but it's quite a simple concept. And in this video, I'm going to show you what to do exactly. Hi everyone, my name is Nazim and welcome to my channel. I'm a marketing consultant, and in the last 8 years I've helped my clients generate over $35 million in sales. Quite and simple. If you want actionable advice and strategies on marketing, sales, and how to grow your business, how to scale profitably and fast, then definitely consider subscribing to this channel and liking this video, because I am producing videos every week and the content is quite amazing. So make sure to do that. But back to the topic of this video. Right now you might be thinking, Nazim, what are you talking about? How is it that leads, or focusing on generating more leads, is bad for my business? Because I'm pretty sure that leads are the bloodline of any business, right? Aren't we supposed to generate leads and then close them or convert them as clients? Yes, partially it is true, but what is also true is that for businesses at different stages of development, they need to focus on different things that will give them the most leverage. Because right now, if you have an up-and-coming business, if you're at the beginning stages, if you're at like 5 figures or 6 figures, early 6 figures, like less than $500,000-$600,000 a year, then yeah, you should definitely focus on generating more leads, and then just kind of like selling your products and services for the best and maximum price and making sure that they deliver. But once you're kind of like moving away from the 6 figures and you're moving towards 7 figures and 8 figures, and if you're wondering how your biggest competitors are, making even 8 figures seem so effortless, then that's simply because they choose to switch their attention from horizontal business development into vertical business development. And what I mean by, and the biggest difference between horizontal and vertical focus business development in your business is that horizontal business development is trying to get as many things as possible, and vertical business development is trying to get the most out of the things that you already have. Looking at the topic of today's video, kind of like lead generation and leads, the difference between horizontal and vertical developments is that horizontal is trying to get as many leads as possible, right? And like I said, if you're in the beginning stages of your business, you should definitely focus on generating a lot more leads, a lot of leads, and then just closing them. But at some point, focusing too much on the leads and failing to focus on actually also getting the most out of the leads, building the best relationship with your leads and serving them the best and selling them the best, starts basically coming at a cost of spending too much money on ads, of not making enough return on ads, and most importantly, being too reliant on ads, kind of like depending on them like some sort of drug. So instead, what you need to do is you need to basically also take some of your attention, a good portion of your attention, and actually channel it to not just spend, we get it, you learn how to spend $1 and make $3 back. Now let's learn how to spend $1 and make $10 back. And world's biggest, best businesses, and what I teach personally to clients, are basically, they're masters at maximizing their earnings per client and maximizing their earnings per lead. So there, by the way, make sure to watch a video. I'm just going to pin it somewhere here on the screen on how to maximize your earnings per client by basically selling them different products in your portfolio. But right now, let's also talk about how to maximize your leads, because really maximizing leads, it has just so many benefits. Just to name a few. when you maximize your leads, by the way, what I really mean by that is, for example, if you are, let's say generating 100 leads and then out of them you close 20 leads for $2,000, theoretically speaking, if you focus on maximizing your leads for the same amount of leads you'll generate, you will basically close now not $20,000 or $2,000, whatever I said there, but $10,000. And basically when you do that, and I'm going to show you how in a second, but when you do that, a few amazing things happen. Number one, you generate more revenue. Number two, you generate more profit, because guess what? Going deeper and building a relationship with your leads and selling them better comes at zero cost to your advertising. You already spent the advertising money. You just need to now do the back end part better with your human resources that are on your payroll anyway. So basically, like no constant or variable for extra marketing budget or even extra human resources ever changes. You just basically monetize better whatever you have instead of trying to get out and basically do more of the same thing, spend more money to generate more revenue. No, you just take whatever you already have, all the assets you already have at your disposal, and you just learn how to leverage them better. So more revenue, more profit, more ROAS. Now, here's what you get as a result. Number one, if you're generating more profit, more return on investment on your ads, more revenue, you can actually spend more on ads because you're generating more money. And if you can spend more on ads, you can easily outbid you and outspend your competition. You can basically get on a lot more on your prospect news feeds than your competition will ever be able to afford because you're simply generating more money than them. That's one option. Option number two is, if you don't want domination, if you want to, let's say, just generate your $10 million a year or whatever, you can spend way less on advertising and can be less reliant on advertising because guess what? You have back-end systems to fully monetize the leads you already generate. And here's what it's all about. The difference between an average business, maybe even an average big business, let's say, in relative terms, a business that makes $2 million a year and a business that makes $20 million a year is not in their ability to advertise. I promise to you, their ability to advertise is almost the same. It's just that this business has figured out how to sell better, how to basically create products that cater to all of the different leads they have better, and they're the best at building a meaningful and profitable relationship with their leads, while this $2 million business is too stuck in their small ways of kind of like they can't let go. This whole thing where you spend $1 and then you make $3 back, that's cool, but it's small thinking. Once you pass that stage, once you figure out how to generate leads, by, spending on ads or doing some other stuff, you need to then start thinking how to maximize the leads, right? And not kind of like keep spamming the same button over and over, right? Now, this is all cool, right? In theory, it sounds good, right? It's the difference between putting at $1 and making $3 versus putting $1 and making $10, right? This is amazing, right? You're probably thinking, if only I could do this, if only it was so easy. Well, actually, it's not that simple. The plan and the bird's eye view strategy is actually quite simple. I'm going to show you how it works right now. So let's basically look at a bad business, sort of like bad lead optimization, or a company that doesn't focus on going vertical with their business development and the leads, and a company that does it properly. And I'm going to basically take you step by step how each handles their back-end sales and kind of like how they go about monetizing their leads. So a company that is bad or is not good at maximizing their leads, here's what their process looks like. Spend money on ads, generate leads, try to sell to the cream of the crop leads with tons of money, get rid of the rest, and then kind of like go out and, the churn rate is great. So you basically hyper compensated by spending even more money on ads and trying to generate more leads. If these companies want to grow sales, the answer is always the same. Spend more money on ads. But it's bad. It's a bad way of going about building a profitable, scalable business. Because if your answer is always go spend more on ads, guess what? Instantly you become overly reliant on ads, which is never good. Addiction is never good for businesses or us humans. Number two, you are overspending on ads. Probably your profit rate is shrinking. And number three, you're just not building any sort of meaningful lead, relationship with your leads, because business is not really a business, as in, put in $1 and make $3 back. A business is a process of coming up with a product that has a high demand in the industry, and then staying in touch, stay in touch with your leads and serving them the best. This is what basically business a massive joy for us, right? You're not just in a business of putting in one and getting out three. It's not as simple. I mean, maybe you are, but I personally also get and derive lots of joy from talking to my clients, from building relationships with my buyers, right? It's an important and integral part of any business. Now that's kind of like bad, right? Now let's look at a company that does it a lot better. Now this is what a good process looks like. Number one, spend money on ads. Number two, generate leads. Number three, make sure that you actually do proper research on the leads to then qualify them to different brackets and levels of sophistication based on how much money they have, the sophistication of their lead, what kind of support they need. Do they need like super hands-on support, or do they want more of an intro-level product, right? So that's number three. Number four, reach out to those leads and actually by the phone, email, and actually talk to your leads and kind of like see what they want. And then number five, obviously reach out to them again and sell them what they want and what they need. And to do that, you will actually also need to have multiple tiers of products and offers to cater to all sorts of leads with different levels of sophistication you may have. Again, I'm talking about a business that's growing, right? I'm not talking about a business that's small, right? Because if you're small, then obviously for sure focus on just one product and one client avatar and just hammer that. But once you start scaling, the opportunity cost of just of not monetizing on all sorts of leads you have, because someone who gets into your pipeline can already be quite a sophisticated buyer, right? And you want to make sure you cater to that client as well, because otherwise you're leaving a bunch of money on the table, right? So basically that's step number five. Step number six, for those people who don't buy, make sure, first of all, actually, all of your leads and all of your sales communications are tracked in your sales CRM. And as a part of step number 6 and 7, you need to make sure you track those people with the CRM and then keep selling to these people. And I don't mean like keep selling, just keep hammering the phone and annoying them every day, but keeping up a relationship with your leads for months and months and months and months until they buy, or they just say, you know what, I've come to a conclusion that I don't want this thing that you guys are selling. Unless you hear this on the phone, you keep reaching out to these people because they need your help. So basically that's it. This is the comparison between a bad process and a good process. And hopefully with this video, I have planted the seed, right? Because this is not a how-to video. Well, I guess it kind of is, because I just listed you all the steps. But the biggest purpose of this video is to plant the seed in your head that just generating more leads or trying to generate more leads is not always the best thing to do. And in fact, you also need to, as you grow especially, you also need to make sure that you are keeping great communication with your leads, so then you can maximize and get the most out of your leads. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. My name is Nazim. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and look, if you want tailored, personalized, advised marketing sales strategy for your business, make sure to go to nazimconsulting.com and apply for an audit session. What's going to happen on that audit session is that we're going to get on the phone and I'm going to basically ask you a bunch of questions about your business and figure out what your bottlenecks are. And now if we're a good fit, we can actually also decide to work on those bottlenecks together and work on doubling, tripling, or even quadrupling your business in the next 12 months. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.